FAZE Lacy has made a remarkable transformation over the past few years, but this hasn't come with some doubts and some questions. The main question is, did Lacy use Ozempic to achieve this phenomenal weight loss transformation, or did he do it naturally? In today's video, I will assess his transformation and be giving my opinion and getting to the bottom of this question. Let's hop into it. So before we go too far into things, we need to see Lacy's starting point. According to a website I found, Lacy weighed in at over 300 pounds and he has lost 100 pounds in 2 years. It is also important to note that he is at an average height of 5'8". So in 2 years, there's roughly 104 weeks, and assuming Lacy would have to lose about a pound a week. So this is definitely a very possible transformation. So I went ahead and put Lacy's stats into a calorie calculator app. I assumed he was around 22 years old with a height of 5'8", and I went ahead and put that he lived a very sedentary lifestyle, just so we have the extremes of it all. And so for him to lose a pound a week, he would only have to eat 3,000 calories, so he wouldn't have to starve himself, so that's a very realistic goal. So it is definitely on his side of things. But also, as a little side note here, whoever did Lacy's cut needs to go to prison. That is abominable. But let's see what he did to lose the weight. And if it all adds up, that can make a really good case for him.
So what have you done, like, and what are you doing to continue to lose the weight? Like, what worked for you?
So it started, see, this is another thing, is people think that it started 2 months ago and I lost 70 pounds in 2 months and everybody's like, oh, Ozempic.
Yeah, you definitely don't look like somebody who's taking Ozempic.
Yeah. And so it started back in November of 2023. Me and Click started working out with a personal trainer in Dallas. He would make us run and then he would make us box.
Yeah.
And I did this for like a month and a half. It wasn't really working that well, but the reason it wasn't working was because my eating habits were still super bad.
So we started climbing up hills, and he did a lot of cardio and boxing training. That is going to burn a lot of calories. But as he said, his eating habits were bad, and if you are not in that caloric deficit, then you are not going to lose the weight. You cannot outwork a piss poor diet. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That was when it started, and then I tore my MCL. So I took a break. I was streaming even more, averaging the most viewers I ever had. So I was just streaming hours.
Kind of focused on
Around
that.
this time, I also got out of like a relationship type of thing that was on and off. I was like the biggest I've ever been. I was like 296 pounds. I was just so disappointed in myself because I knew like I was on the right track. I was down 15 pounds. I was working out every day. And then it was just kind of like a setback. Like I fell back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had it. And this is like the third time in my life that like I tried to lose weight, and I did for like a month or two, and then I just stopped and fell back. Then I started to like change my eating habits a little bit, and just by eating, I dropped like 20 pounds.
I mean, yeah, that'll do it. Living a sedentary lifestyle and going through heartbreak, depression, anxiety can definitely do that to you. A lot of people spiral out and they use food as a coping mechanism, so I 100% understand that. And as he said, once he started getting in that caloric deficit, combining that with cardio, he started to lose weight. So this is all a very great sign that plays well for him. On the other hand, he also gives some really bad advice.
Basically, if you're on a diet, it's good here and there to have reset days when you're at a plateau, basically.
You get one reset meal.
Yes, that's what I did. I had pizza and a slushie. That's a reset meal. It resets my diet, resets my digestive system, and then you lose weight faster and more consistent because you had the one cheat reset day. That's how it works, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, Adapt and myself is not buying all that crap, bro. There's no such thing as a reset days. You cannot deny the laws of thermodynamics in a day like that. That's just ridiculous. And I don't know what it is with influencers and their cheat days. That's just stupid because you get rid of all the progress that you have accomplished throughout the week by being gluttonous for a day. I will say a cheat meal isn't a bad idea. If it sticks within your calories, I say go for it, because the whole point of a diet is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. That way you don't yo-yo throughout the year. While that was awful advice, I wouldn't necessarily dock him any points. I just think he is misinformed by whoever told him that nonsense. But then again, for every bad take that he has also has a pretty good take.
For anybody trying to lose weight, I'd say the number one thing that helped me, growing up, I hated water. I would not drink any water. Gatorade.
It's just so bad for you.
I know, but I hated it. I hated soda too, though. So I
Yeah.
would drink like Gatorade, Body Armor, Kool-Aid, just juice.
Oh, God.
The last like 3-4 months, nothing but water.
That is the easiest way to gain weight is liquid calories, especially sugar.
That's probably what it was growing up, honestly, because I don't know what it was. I just hated water so much.
So have you found yourself to like water more now?
I forced myself to like it, and
Yeah.
now it's all I drink because I know I have to.
That is literally the number one thing that people change, like the sodas, the sweets, the bullshit, like liquid beverages. You will lose weight just from cutting that out.
Yeah. I try to drink like one of the big gallons of water every day.
Yeah, and also too, it's weird. Like if you don't drink enough water, you also feel like you feel mentally, like all these other
tired.
things. Yeah, tired. You feel foggy. Like a lot of shit is way less efficient. Like water is the hands down the most important you can be doing. And then sleeping, and then training, and then all those other things follow it.
He brings up a great point. Water is crucial when dieting. It also just fills you up, that way you can have less calories in the day. Now I know what you're gonna say, aspartame's the devil, but no, diet sodas have helped me a lot when cutting. Aspartame isn't bad, but implementing diet sodas in combination with water can be a great way to lose the extra weight. Trust me, you may not notice, but all those Cokes and sodas and Body Armors and those high calorie drinks that you're drinking make a huge difference. One Coke has probably about 150 calories, and then you have a Body Armor, which that could have 100 to 200 calories depending on the size. So just cutting those out alone is going to help you drastically when losing weight. But let's go ahead and see some of the training that Lacy did in order to achieve his physique.
Imagine Dallas weather too, 100 degrees in the middle of the summer. He put a trash bag on me. I had to wear a trash bag with a hoodie and sweats because apparently if you wear a trash bag, it like makes you sweat a lot more.
Yeah.
And then I'd go out in the field. I have to run.
And I love it. I love it.
And then we'd have to run up this big ass hill that was on the highway, just hill sprints up and back down. And I was like 280 at this point. I was fucking huge.
And that's how you got cut?
And then we would go back in and we would box for 30 minutes after.
That's comp. That's comp.
Alright, so let's go ahead and assess the good and the bad of what he just said. The bad being, dude, don't need to wear layers such as hoodies, sweatpants, and garbage bags. That is absolutely pointless. You're going to lose more calories. Yes, that's all fair. You're going to lose more weight. Yes, but that is all water weight. If anything, that is going to do you a lot worse than good because you are going to be dehydrated, you're going to pass out, and you're not going to be able to complete your workout. All the weight that you do lose, you have a gallon of water right after. Guess what? You're gaining all that weight back, and then you're going to be mad that you didn't do anything that workout, when in actuality, you did. Now the good, hill sprints. If you can do that, absolutely amazing. You're going to burn a lot of calories doing so. Me personally, I would recommend more steady state cardio. That way you can do it a lot longer and retain a lot more muscle in the process. But if you enjoy doing hill running, then absolutely do it. It's all about finding a cardio source that you can enjoy. And the key is enjoying it and, say it with me now, sustainability. And then after that, boxing training. I'm hoping they're getting their electrolytes in the meantime. I hope they got a decent carb source before all of this. But this is all amazing training in order to lose weight. I also hoped that they did a little bit of weight training in the mix here, but this all makes perfect sense, and I can't disagree with most of what he said. It seemed pretty spot on what you should do and how you should do it. So let's go ahead and assess everything that we've gone over today. Lacy's height, roughly 5'8", and he lost 100 pounds in 2 years, from 300 to 199, meaning if he lost a pound a week off of about 3,000 calories, he would do this with ease. He's also rich, had a personal trainer who taught him decent fundamentals about calories in, calories out, and cardio. So what's my final conclusion? Is FAZE Lacy on Ozempic or not? I don't think he's on Ozempic. I think that he did this transformation 100% naturally. Now, with that being said, it is very possible that he did take Ozempic. After all, he is a millionaire. It would be in his benefit to do that, and he has the money to do so. But at the end of the day, who really cares if he took it? Because at the end of the day, he's helping himself to live a longer and more fulfilling life. So who cares if he had the help from Ozempic to do so? Not to mention the fact that he has inspired people around him and millions of people out there to start their own weight loss transformation.
Lacy actually, from this clip to now, he's lost tons of weight. He was in the gym.
Know.
They did a whole gym thing in here for like a month afterwards.
I would never say it to him, but he is like a big inspiration for me to like actually get my shit together. Because
Yeah,
of how quickly he lost weight.
He was in this bitch every day. He was
Yeah.
every
Oh, in
single
your
day.
gym?
Every single day.
Really?
Yeah, he was streaming every day, and he was always the one who I think he like got there soonest and he left the latest.
Yeah.
So he dead ass really wanted to lose the weight.
I heard that he's like grinding. They always say he took Ozempic.
No.
I mean, I say it too to shit on him, but like I
definitely
know
did.
he didn't. Yeah, I know he didn't.
Because I saw him doing it every day.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I've seen people who've taken Ozempic and like their face gets a little different.
Yeah.
He never got that fate. Like he lost the weight proportionately.
And I mean, he had a witness. Granted, it was Escobar Brad, but that definitely helps his case a lot. Again, it's possible that he did run Ozempic. I don't see that as being a reality. I think that Lacy is 100% natural. With all that being said, I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.